Hi everyone, another exciting chapter in the book on magic of thinking big, and this one is called Manage Your Environment, Go First Class. Now David Schwartz, when he mentioned this, he doesn't necessarily mean flying first class wherever you go, but what he did says is that our mind is the most powerful organ in all creation, and it needs an excellent diet of positive thoughts for us to perform at our best. So what he says is to be environmental conscious. Now, it doesn't mean like just about looking after the environment, obviously that's very, very important, but make your environment work for you and not against you. And don't let negativity get to you. Obviously that's vital to be able to overcome any sort of negativity. And don't forget, what we consume with our mind combined with our environment largely decides who we are. And that's a topic that's been discussed for centuries, about the effect of your environment on shaping your personality. And the size of our thinking, goals, attitudes, and our very personality is formed by our environment. So obviously if you mix with people who have got first-class thinking and first-class ideas, then that is going to be passed on to you as a very, very significant point to achieve success in your life. And he also mentions that we need to, it's sort of a strange way of putting it, he says we need to recondition ourselves for success. In other words, don't let small-minded people hold you back. And don't feel major accomplishment is beyond your reach. Remember, people who say things that can't be done are usually average or unsuccessful people and negative thinkers. So where the first class is coming in, he says, get your advice from successful people. And what I've learned in my life is that you'll be quite surprised at how people at the top would love to help. So, don't be afraid to ask for help. And we're incredibly privileged in SalesVision to have Vincent Ortega as our president, and he has built up a massive organization to be able to help people, become better in their lives. So there's a person who has achieved success and is prepared to pass on all of his secrets for people to become better in their lifestyle. Also, mix with positive people and select new friends and groups who may have different views to you. So in other words, you're really widening your outlook on life by mixing with people with different views. But make sure that they really do want you to succeed, because a lot of people in business, particularly if they're just motoring along, they will try and talk you out of becoming successful because they don't want you to achieve more than whatever level they've achieved in their life. Now the point about first class is think and go first class in everything you do. For in the long run, going first class with products and services actually costs you less than going second class. And I have an excellent example of how I didn't follow this principle. When I had, at one stage I was renovating houses, and I had a one-ton utility with a tipping tray on it, and it was a fabulous vehicle. It helped me so much. But because I was clicking up so many miles, so many kilometres, I decided to put this V8 motor onto gas. Well, one of my mates at work that I was working with, he suggests I go to this chap who seemed to know what he was talking about, and he was a lot cheaper than some of the others that were offering. So I ended up going for it. I saved initially about $1,500 by going with this guy. But what happened was, it was absolutely hopeless. I had to keep on taking the ute back to him to get fixed because he had a special system he fitted to my car that nobody else could service. But what I should have done was gone, first class, gone straight to a really good supplier and get him to fit it, and I would have been, perfectly better off. So that was a classic case of trying to save money and not going first class. And I'm sure many of you will think of many examples. One of the things that both my sons have taught me is the value of getting really good quality clothing. And I'm actually now the beneficiary of some of their fabulous clothes, that they've sort of outused, but they're still in perfect condition. So they have taught me a basic principle of, buy good quality things in the first instance, and it will last and last and last. And my wife is the same. She always buys good quality clothes. So far we haven't flown first class on an aircraft, but that's our next ambition. My wife is very keen to do that on one of our next trips away. So thinking go first class, it's a great attitude to have, because it improves your overall thinking, to be able to really be successful in what you do. So in the long run, going first class with both products and services actually costs you less than going second class. So buy and use quality products, and also of course quality services. So once again, I really enjoyed this chapter because it was something that I could relate to in my own life, and I'm sure many of you will benefit, well I hope you do anyhow, benefit from some of those key points. So the important point there is our mind is so powerful. Be environmental conscious and make your environmental work for you, not against you. So thank you for watching, and I hope that's given you some great tips on managing your environment and going first class all the way. Okay, all the best. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.